Todd Halleck here, talking to you today about trustees of trust. Who should I choose to serve as the trustee of the trust I've created? Making that trust is a wonderful decision. Deciding who gets what and when is hard, but deciding who's going to manage that trust, who's going to be in charge of carrying out your wishes, that's a really tough decision. Oftentimes people default to the oldest child, for example, or maybe the oldest son. Gender, birth order, age generally have nothing to do with whether someone will be successful managing your affairs in the event of your incapacity or upon your demise. The common choices often tend to be a spouse, a sibling, a child, a friend, a neighbor. But in making that decision, it doesn't and shouldn't be just a person who's close to you. You want to think about what characteristics that person has, and are they going to be a good steward of your resources? The first question is that I would encourage my clients to look at is, does that person's judgment in some level mirror the judgment I would bring to situations? Usually you're setting up your estate plan because you have a set of desires and wishes and beliefs that you want to see carried out. It's good to pick somebody to serve as the trustee who would share that same kind of judgment that you have in making those decisions. Another consideration is the location of the person that you choose to serve as the trustee. Certainly in our day and age, it's a lot easier for a trustee to be in a different location from where the assets are, but sometimes location can help, and closer to where the action is may be beneficial. Longevity, that's an issue. How long is your trust going to go on for? Is it going to go on for a few short months after your passing? Could it go on for months, years, decades? Those considerations need to be thought of in selecting that trustee. If it's a trust that's going to go on for a significant period of time, maybe an institution like a bank or a trust company would be more appropriate. Can that person or that entity that you choose to serve as the trustee, can they be impartial? Do I feel like they're going to be able to bring a level of impartiality to the job that will make everyone feel comfortable and confident in the decisions they're making? Oftentimes it can be difficult for someone who's a beneficiary of a trust to also serve as trustee. It's hard to separate their self-interest from the interest of the overall good. So can that person be impartial? What about the intrapersonal skills of that person? Are they really smart and adept but tend to be a kind of a bull in a china shop when working with people? That may be a person that you want to avoid in working or naming as the trustee of your trust. Maybe you want to have someone that you feel like is a little more capable of being that politician and trying to massage and understand the nuance of the interpersonal situation that's going on in this trust as well. How about attention to detail? Is the person a detail person, or do they tend to kind of fly by the seat of their pants and maybe not like to pay attention to those things? A trustee job is very important. Detail is crucial in keeping records, and if a person is not good at focusing in on detail, they probably are going to have a tough time serving as a trustee of a trust. What's their experience in real life, in the specific roles that they will have to play in managing assets? Do they have some experience they bring to the table? And finally, especially if you're talking about a professional trustee, what kind of fees do they charge? Banks, trust companies, they tend to charge a percentage of assets under management. Attorneys, accountants tend to charge an hourly rate. Individuals sometimes don't charge anything at all, non-professional individuals that is, but they are also entitled to be compensated for the time that they'll spend. And so what kind of fees will that potential trustee want to receive in serving as the trustee of your trust? These are just some of the considerations that you should take into account when you are choosing a trustee for your trust.